Next up for me is the Global X India Nifty 50 ETF. Ticker's NDIA. So yeah, it's an ETF. It's the only ETF I've pretty much ever owned since I started owning growth stocks. And it gives investors exposure to the 50 largest and most liquid blue chip companies on the National Stock Exchange of India. Now, if you're not an Indian national, you can't buy Indian stocks. And that's a shame because it's one of the world's most exciting and fastest growing major economies. And the Indian government have some really incredible policies around economic reform, infrastructure development, attracting foreign investment. This is just great for its companies. Initiatives are boosting manufacturing and digital infrastructure. And a really good example, I think, is iPhones. Like Apple are currently manufacturing around 10% of all their iPhones globally in India. And they're planning to grow that to 25%. And that's because of like tariffs. If they manufacture their iPhones in China, which is where they do the majority of manufacturing today, like US tariffs are going to hit that hard. If they manufacture in India, different set of tariffs. Currently, who knows, tariffs on, tariffs off, currently much lower. So it's cheaper for Apple. It means they can sell, like the unit cost of an iPhone is lower. I'm giving this 6 badgers out of 10. I've owned the index since 2023, and I'm continuing to gradually add to it myself.
Hey, Badger, this is showing on the scorecard as what, a loss so far of 4%. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it is. I had to tweak the numbers, and I'm not 100%, but it's like close to zero. It might be a small loss. And like if you dig into the reasons for that, like just global geopolitical kind of chaos. There's also an element of interest rates in here because it's like in a different currency. But yeah, it's not performing well. It was up, it's now down again. Yeah, but long term, and like it's gonna be a long time before we see the impact of some of these like geopolitical shufflings around, like tariffs and things like that. Plus, a lot of the bull case around India is generational stuff. I think they have like one of the highest percentages of people of working age, like out of, your a billion plus Indians, the large majority are actually in the workplace. So like generating economic value as opposed to being either kids or retired. Yeah, I just think it's a fantastic place to be invested. I haven't got a huge allocation to this in my King of the Jungle portfolio. I've got a 3.5% allocation. That's probably similar to my real money portfolio. But yeah, like I do want some exposure to this particular market, and it's kind of the only way to get it.
So this is based on some small part of our conversation some time ago, right? When we were digging deep into India and just excited about the demographics there, and that it's not out of the question that India in the coming decade or two might become a legitimate superpower.
Well, I mean, they are, right?
Well, yeah,
They've got nukes, they've got like a space
yeah.
program. They're like, yeah.
What is it? I see that your conviction also went up when you did this deep dive. Is there something particular that you ended up impressing you more than you expected?
No, not especially. I feel like the chaos and probably like the US driving things like manufacturing out of China are going to benefit companies that can kind of step in and maybe in the future be like the world's manufacturing powerhouse. So like Vietnam, there's a lot of manufacturing moving there. A lot of other countries in Southeast Asia, well, like India is now the world's largest population, like past China a couple of years ago. And so I think they're going to get like the lion's share. And, currently there are very good, strong relations between the Indian government and the US government.
Okay, I need to put that on my radar again too, because it's something I'm definitely interested in. Knowing that it could be an even better value than what you bought it as is especially enticing.